I grew up in the tropics of far north Queensland. It's the community that I grew up in, the people that are around me, they inform who I am and inform my cultural practices that have been affected by colonialism. There's lots of ways to kind of read this understanding of a dreamland and a place of imagination where these artistic traditions can offer cultural exchange in a way that is more open and fluid and more porous. The grouping of paintings in the show represent the diversity in their origins. They touch on science, they touch on the history of art, they speak to the psychology of perception through Gestalt psychology. They talk to the land through the tradition of landscape painting and the Western canon, and how we can expand on the canon or contend with that expansion. There's been a number of proposed narratives that confine or homogenize Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander culture in Australia. It's important that those cultural traditions or that transference of knowledge or culture offer something that kind of connects to the complexity of human experience and connects to that understanding of difference. There's a portrait of a young Aboriginal man. The reference image is from the British Museum collection. It connects to the Enlightenment, it connects to museology, it connects to imperialism and colonialism and all these things. There's also a painting of my grandmother that also connects to all those things, but it's also about anthropology, depictions of Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people that live within particular proposed situations. There is a particular painting in the show that has a boomerang in it. There's a reference to cultural appropriation and the interjection from the West in these cultural objects. There's a kangaroo that's been branded or embossed into the surface of the boomerang, and it represents Australiana. And there's a vanishing point also within this work, and the kangaroo is hopping over the vanishing point. So it speaks to the legacy of imperialism and colonialism in relationship to First Nations people. There are references to the statue of Apollo Belvedere, how he's situated in the understanding of beauty, and how classicism has played a role in that understanding. So pop culture references like Cleopatra, who is played by Elizabeth Taylor. It is just about acknowledging that the trajectory of concepts of beauty and how we can think about the control of that idea in more equitable ways. When someone who has no understanding of how I relate to the image, it's also really important for me to understand how they perceive the work, because it gives me an understanding about how people come to that or understand that archetype. So the visual language, it's about perception in a way, and reality and its relationship to the unconscious, and things like the unknown in a way. So for me, the lenses, they offer the opportunity to kind of diffract or become divergent in the way that they operate. They're not singular, they are multiple, and hopefully they offer this connection to multiplicity or philosophies that relate to perception or understanding of how humans move through time and space.